Hello, and welcome to Goats and Dragons, the stream where Helpful Goat Gaming plays Dungeons and Dragons, a game of shared storytelling where I try to kill my friends. Ha ha! It's back. I'm Andrew Gilbert, the benevolent dictator of Helpful Goat Gaming, but tonight I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, and I'm not alone. With me, as always, is the unbenevolent dictator of Helpful Goat, Galway, playing a couple characters tonight, maybe, but at least for now, the half-elven ranger, Aideen.
I'm also the friend he's killed most recently.
Most recently, yes. Adam, playing the halfling rogue, Burbage Kemp.
How's it going, everybody? No answer? Fine. Fuck you. Oh, wait, did you answer that, Andy?
I was going to say it's going great.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a real gift of the Magi situation. I think.
Lena, playing the Goliath Barbarian Stormbringer.
Hi.
Darcy, playing the Tiefling cleric Hakari.
Danger zone!
Beautiful. And our returning guest coming in tonight, Chris Orley, playing Crotch the Sticky. She's not going to say hi. She's going to be
I think
mysterious.
Chris, left the voice chat and then rejoined.
I'm back. Yeah.
I
couldn't hear anyone for a second. It was like, what the hell happened?
The timing on that was amazing because I love Andy's like, and the bit's going to be she's silent and then what's coming up? Shit, this doesn't feel like a bit anymore.
It's all good. Chris Orley playing Crotch
my
the
God.
Sticky.
Yes. I'm here.
Chris is amazing. You need to follow her on Instagram and Twitter at Vexing Design with 3s instead of E's. So V3 Xing D3 design. Yeah. I love it.
You got it.
I'm just gonna
right when you type it out.
I'm just gonna drop that in the chat right now.
Oh, that would be great. Check her out on Facebook at Chris Orley as well. Awesome. So again, massive spoilers tonight. If you are not caught up in the YouTube, Twitch version of recording our podcast, if you've only gotten through season 1 of Goats and Dragons, there's gonna be some spoilers ahead. Just kind of let you know that that's gonna be there. And also, oh my gosh, Miraculous Monty with some amazing fan art of Hyena Vimeris, Charity, and Burbage, as well as Snake Armor, Charity, and Vimeris. Oh, it's so beautiful. Miraculous Monty, you're amazing. You should definitely follow them at Miraculous Monty on Twitter. Amazing art. Love the aesthetic. Super fun, and they're really into, games and listening to some podcasts and support that any way you can, if you can. We're so excited about that.
Darcy in Discord said that she recognized the snake armor, but didn't recognize the hyena moment. And so for both her and for anybody listening who's curious, the hyena Vimeris moment is from, I think, episode 39 of the podcast, which was when we were fighting the gnolls, Darcy. And Charity and Burbage was riding Vimeris, and then Burbage had rolled off of Hyena Vimeris to put a healing potion down your throat, if I remember correctly.
That's right.
Yeah, how about that?
I love it.
He saved you. It's all good.
All good.
Yeah. So we are Goats and Dragon normal, the Fates of Rin campaign in the Goats and Dragons podcast is now through season 1. And we're getting a couple bonus episodes in there, which are hilarious little clips of Burbage a lot. but of great moments surrounding these characters from season 1, and they're super fun and super amazing. Adam's done a great job putting those together.
Bonus episode number 5 is all Meepus. It is literally almost 4 hours. It is every Meepus moment or scene with
It's-
some Lomina in there too, because it's connected. But
Oh.
like I spent so much time on the Meepus compilation. The Burbage clips were just easy for me because they're the most recent and they're like,
Yeah,
the funniest.
So
they're great. They're amazing.
So it's the Meepus supercut, the Smeeper cut.
Oh God,
Yeah.
I can't wait to listen to that. Anyway, and season 2 is going to drop September 30th, I believe. So get ready for that because season 2, it's awesome. It's been great so far, and we're only, probably 20 or so episodes in to the podcast at this point with that. Whew, can't wait. Fun stuff. Also, we have a secondary podcast, Helpful Goat Gaming Presents, in which we are playing different one-shots, getting a few shorter campaigns in, as well as just getting behind-the-scenes stuff. Darcy and I just recorded an episode of Behind the Goat. I have no idea.
Are we calling it that?
I have no idea.
That sounds awful.
How about behind the goats is what you
Behind the
call
Goats.
It's a little better.
it. And
That just sounds-
you spelled it with an E behind the goat C. That was confusing.
Oh.
Oh, that's really. But either way, you're gonna get to hopefully we can talk some of our other players into doing some of that as well and get a little behind the scenes and just get to know us a little better and us in the context of playing this game that we love so much. So all of that is coming to that other feed, which is Helpful Go Gaming Presents. So go ahead and check that out. Subscribe to that. Also, we are affiliate, which means you're able to share and subscribe to us. And as a reminder, anyone who has Amazon Prime, you're able to subscribe for free through Twitch Prime. And it's super easy to get those accounts linked up, set up, and shoot over to your favorite content creators. And if we're one of those, awesome. And if we're not, help out some other people. That'd be awesome. And we really appreciate the support of anyone who follows the channel. We're up to like 88 now, which is awesome. That we love that. And follow us on Twitter at Helpful Goats, whatever you like to do, just to get a lot more of our content coming your way. Yeah. Anywho, let's begin tonight's episode of Goats and Dragons. Oh, quiet music. Oh no, shit. The music. No, it's there. We go.
The silky smooth transitions are by far my favorite part. Also, Adam, I feel like we perhaps should not release, or maybe we should release that behind the scenes episode in close proximity to certain episodes of Waterdeep.
Oh, so true. So true. Yeah, I gotta say, I prefer this song when it's not muted.
Oh, Jesus!
Just some feedback for you.
Oh,
Previously on Goats and Dragons.
that's what a fireball spell looks like.
The party, having just witnessed the death of Charity, was vulnerable and nearly catatonic when Hikari stepped up. Got them to their feet, at least. They were very quickly met by Aideen Greygust and the pirate legend Crotch the Sticky, who ushered them safely back to the bushy tent pole, the local tavern. The group, having a terrible time dealing with the trauma, are now having to rely on Hikari. Let me say that again. On Hikari. And once she brought Burbage back...
What? At least she's sober.
At least
Damn.
she's sober now. And when she brought Burbage back from the edge, Burbage was able to just make Stormbringer hold on long enough to get a hold of everyone, to get a hold of themselves, and find out just what the fuck is going on in Clifmil. Well, it turns out that what the fuck is going on in Clifmil is that a very bad kitty named Shenik has been beguiling the people of the town, gaining knowledge of the party, and hatching schemes that seemingly have to do with charity. Shenik has also taken a few crewmates of Crotch's and Adine's, including someone particularly important to Crotch, Rosenberg. The next morning, with a bit of renewed vigor, the group, with their new pirate allies, set out toward the mayor's estate in order to find Charity, a diamond worth enough to bring him back to life, and or Shenik. Now, as the group has made its way sneakily into the manor, one of the doors popped open, and there stood a slightly befuddled Rosenberg. He says, "Hi," and sees Crotch. "What are you doing here?" he asks. "Well, what is it that all of you would like to do?"
Point of clarity, because I think this will affect what happens going forward.
Please.
I'm just jumping in here.
Go
So
for it.
we were in the middle of doing stealth rolls to get past the statue, correct?
Uh-huh.
So
yeah, and I did a really bad one.
So who did any of us get past the door that Rosenberg opened?
I thought that Stormbringer and Adine were past it, and then Crotch was like standing in the door.
Sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
I opened. It was the door. I was right.
Yeah.
So I mean, we all made stealth rolls, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And Stormbringer had certainly failed hers. So it sounded like Rosenberg heard something, opened the door, and now is staring essentially at Crotch. If the rest of you would like to sort of dive against the wall, you might have been able to do so without Rosenberg seeing you. Is that what you're kind of getting at?
Yeah, that is essentially what I'm getting at. But so nobody who had a good stealth roll was able to get past the statue, like before Stormbringer, Adine, and Crotch.
No, yeah, because even Stormbringer is sort of at the top of the stairway going down into the tunnels below. Yeah.
All right.
Just as a note, before we let Crotch deal with this particular revelation,
Indeed.
Adine would be, also just as a note, any sign of bad kitty, silence is going off.
Oh, okay, sure. You kind of prepare that, and you're just looking around the sort of second floor of this building.
I'm just gonna,
and just as you're looking around, real quick, as a reminder, there's this door across the sort of balcony ledge that leads down to the bottom level. There's a door up here, which you had heard last time, some odd kind of noises. The door up here, which you had just passed, which had a very, very large man step out of, who was well armed, and Hikari was able to talk her way out of that.
I rolled a nat 20 on that.
That was
and I
impressive.
told the worst lie.
We're here to clean up from the bodies, I'm pretty sure was the lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're here to clean up the blood.
It worked.
And it was just like, go back in there, keep everybody in. We just need them to stay away.
To be clear, okay, this is not me trying to like toot my own horn, but for the record, that was Burbage's contribution to the lie. Hikari's contribution was, you called about the people.
That was you called about
the people.
Absolutely. So now the door that's right by the statue that you're going down into the depths with just opened, and Crotch is standing there, and the rest of you are just kind of out of sight, solid, just like a statue now.
I don't know about anybody else, but Burbage is definitely like going up against the wall, and he is immediately going to start like frantically coating some of his bolts with the black liquid.
All right.
At least he's going to coat one of them with the black liquid.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
you
two.
dip
No,
it in
two.
there.
Two of them. Okay, I'm done.
Stormbringer's gonna kind of try to catch his eye when she sees what he's doing, and surreptitiously gesture for him to toss the black poison to her. But it's Stormbringer, so it's not very surreptitious. It's more just like waving at him.
And Crotch, all of this is happening in your periphery as you're
Right.
trying.
So as I'm standing facing the doorway, I've got Hakari and Burbage on my left, and Aideen and Stormbringer on my right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like an episode of Laurel and Hardy meets the Three Stooges going on.
A little bit.
Fantastic.
I was gonna say it's sort of literally. I don't know. Hikari hasn't contributed anything. It's at least two Stooges and Aideen, who is getting a look that would be familiar to Crotch of it may be killing time.
Yeah. And I hate to say this, but I have to cast that forbidden spell that does the where you can't teleport in and out. Like, it takes me 10 minutes, so
Yeah.
We'll totally get to that. Yeah, we'll totally get to that.
I'm just
for right now.
I'm like, I have to go somewhere and do this.
Oh, totally.
No.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Crotch, you're face to face with Rosenberg. What would you like to do?
Okay, just real quick, how many minutes in on Hakari's spell are we?
0, I think.
None.
0. She needs to
Because
be
I
stationary
misunderstood
somewhere.
Andy
Yeah.
last time.
Oh fuck! So I gotta stall the hell out of this shit.
Or yeah,
Oh,
talk
she's
us
not even
somewhere
casting.
where I
I
can
think
do
she's.
it.
I think the
Alright.
plan was you were to go downstairs.
Yeah, we were supposed to get in the tunnel first.
Yeah, and then,
Yeah.
It didn't
and then she would start casting somewhere. kind of-
Yeah, the
So, like,
plan.
Even if
is-
I can get in the tunnel, like, would be good.
Yeah. Well,
All
I mean,
right.
Something.
What's going on right now?
Can you cast invisibility?
Ooh.
Is
Hold on.
Crotch asking out loud?
No, Crotch is.
Okay.
That was a sidebar. Okay, so I'm gonna look at Rosenberg
Okay.
and Rosenberg.
Yeah.
You never came back to the ship. What happened?
I'm living here now. I thought I sent you a note. Did you not get my note?
And at this, I'm gonna Crotch.
You're gonna what? I'm sorry. Oh, you cut out.
I'm patting my chest down, kind of like looking for a note. And as I'm doing that, I'm gonna side eye to the right at Aideen, and just kind of like give her a nod that kind of says, "Hold just a second." And then, no, Rosenberg, I didn't get no note. I thought you went AWOL, and you know how I feel about that. I don't like that.
Oh, of course. No, I now that I'm living with Shenik. Oh, Shenik is good. Shenik is wise. We love Shenik because Shenik is our prize.
Yeah.
thought
I've heard all about that.
Right.
Why? So,
So
How
while
are
you're
ya?
talking to him, sorry, while you're talking to him, I went ahead and casted greater invisibility.
Okay.
So I'm just like making my way.
Downtown?
Is there room for me to pass everyone?
Kinda. Yeah. You'll
Like
want to
very.
make us.
Do I need to cast or not cast? I'm sorry. Do you need to roll stealth?
oh yeah.
You can do stealth with advantage, because you're invisible and he's not really looking for anyone else at the moment.
I'm scared.
Not gonna lie, it's a rough moment, but with advantage, so you can roll that again.
Aw.
But that was a 4. Oh,
Bugger!
Christ.
so
gonna be one of those
as you're moving past Crotch, there's not a lot of room before the railing over here, and you almost like start to tip over the railing, and then you like catch yourself, but as you do that, you accidentally shove a little bit into the back.
Yeah.
Of Crotch, and so Crotch kind of steps into the doorway just a little bit more with Rosenberg. And Rosenberg's now starting to kind of like look a little bit closely, kind of back around you, almost like he's gonna now kind of step in the hallway and look around a little bit. Crotch.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of like sidestep and get a little more in front of him.
Okay.
And Crotch, I'm Crotch.
Rosenberg.
Rosenberg,
Yeah.
you've been my first mate for 2+ years. We grew up together. Why would you just up and abandon the Dark Horizon like that?
Well, because of Shenik, of course.
Okay, but yeah, okay, so what has Shenik done for you lately?
Oh, Shenik is good.
Yeah.
Shenik is wise.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
I love Shenik because Shenik is.
No, stop.
Prize.
He's okay.
Crotch,
Yeah.
do you not love our Lord Shenik? I'm confused. Here.
Oh no, Rosenberg, I love what you love, man. I'm all about what you love. Yeah. So,
good.
yeah, like I said, I hadn't heard from you. I didn't get a note. We was worried, and so I thought I'd just come and check in on you. You never call, you never write, kind of thing.
So at this, she does seem, Crotch does seem to be really holding Rosenberg's attention here. Aideen, Hikari, and Stormbringer, if you wanted to, you probably could slip down into the stairwell if you wanted to.
I won't leave Burbage, but I'll stand at the top of the stairwell.
Okay.
Oh.
Hikari, do you want to head down?
Yeah.
I'll tap.
So with my right hand, I'm gonna like try and 2-finger at Aideen and just kind of be like, give her the go ahead kind of movement.
Okay. Aideen will nod and will. I suspect, given that particular stealth roll, which Crotch is kind of covered up for, Aideen has a pretty good sense of where Hikari is.
Yeah.
And will sort of follow in.
Okay. That sounds good.
And I'll kind of try to hide at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Aideen, I'll just leave your token here so you can kind of see.
Yeah.
Since you're the camera. And Stormbringer, you're just kind of hiding at the top of the stairs. Burbage, what are you doing?
I am going to let's say that I don't even know what's going to happen, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to toss the vial of black liquid to Stormbringer.
Okay, I'll catch it.
Okay.
And I'm going to start cutting my axe.
Well, hold on. There's
that's a heck of a distance.
Yeah,
Burbage, I'm all for the team, but...
Go ahead and give me a dexterity check. And then that'll determine how hard it is to catch for Stormbringer. A 10. All right, Stormbringer. You can you can also then make a dexterity check to catch it. It's a little harder. It is just kind of flung like end over end through the air at you. The tension.
Oh, good.
Yeah, good crit.
Fuck that tension.
That's a 22 dexterity. Stormbringer, he kind of lobs it. He's trying to lob it over the doorway arch so that Rosenberg doesn't see it. But that means that you have to kind of almost like jump a little bit to catch it. And you do, and you actually land very, very quietly again. Otherwise, it was about to smash against the stone above you. And you just let out a sigh of relief here. And if you want, you can start to coat your axe as well.
Yeah, I'm going to start coating my axe while kind of... I think I'm surreptitiously gesturing to Burbage for him to come. But, I'm just waving at him.
Of course, yeah, you're just waving him over, yeah.
And the poison lasts for 10 minutes, we said? The liquid death?
Yeah.
Okay.
So about the time it's going to take Darcy to cast her spell.
Yeah, I was going to say, okay. I mean,
oh, wait.
I don't
it
think
only
you...
lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't be coating it yet. I knew that, right?
We're almost in, like, we're crawling with time for a moment here, yeah. But I'll let you do it whenever you want.
But you would know the mechanics of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, did I know that? Was that said out loud around Stormbringer?
Yeah,
Well, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think it was.
Because Burbage
But
checked to see what it was, or
Yeah, back
18,
at
I
the
can't
tavern.
remember.
Yeah. It's a very particular kind of poison that gets a blackness into your veins, and
But
it's crazy.
yeah, but like, so the situation right now, at least for me / for Burbage, is like I / Burbage am panicking and have no idea how things are going to go with Rosenberg right now, especially because we don't know. Technically, we thought like Rosenberg is always with Shenik.
Yes.
And so, like, for me, it's like, I don't know if we're going to have to fight within the next 10 minutes, but, like, I'm going to coat 2 of my bolts just in case. Stormbringer doesn't have that luxury of being able to kind of, like...
You're also a rogue, Burbage, so you would be able to, with a bonus action, coat more if you needed to.
And it would be an action for me, right?
Right.
True, yeah. So okay. So I think we're good. I don't know if if Stormbringer is going to start coding her acts now or not, but that's kind of where Burbage is at.
Okay. Rosenberg kind of puts his hand on your shoulder, Crotch, and he says, let's go to Shenik. I don't think you've not been in his presence a lot. I think he'd really like you.
Yeah, that, let's put a pin in that just for a second, Rosenberg. Where is he? I'm just kind of curious. I mean, you said let's go to him. Where would he be?
He points right over your shoulder at the door across the way.
The one that had the lawnmower noises?
No, this is
over there?
one.
This is the second floor. Yeah, this is the second floor, so it'd be over that area. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just in there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just one other thing. You didn't come back to the ship, and we got a little concerned. A lot of the crew said that you had held on to some of their possessions for them, and that nice trunk you had in your quarters. But I couldn't find the key anywhere. You don't by chance maybe have it here in your room so that, maybe I could take it back to the ship after a bit and give the guys their stuff back?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Here. No, I have it over here. And he'll step back toward his bed again.
Okay, and as soon as he leaves, I'm going to motion for Burbage to get the hell across the way.
Right.
And I'll walk into the room.
Okay. Burbage, give me a stealth roll.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give you I'm gonna do that with advantage with my supreme sneak feature.
Ooh, supreme sneak.
Because I'm moving no more than half my speed to get past the door.
Beautiful.
So I have advantage.
All right. I love it.
Burbage Kemp, sneaker supreme. Good Christ. Okay, thank God.
Oh, nice.
I watched the 4 and then the 1. I'm like, stop.
25 stealth. Yeah, that is very sneaky. You feel you made it past the door. And Crotch, you don't even really feel him pass behind you. He's incredibly sneaky. And Burbage, now that are you going to wait for Crotch, or are you going to try to head downstairs as well?
Having heard Rosenberg kind of indicate where Shenik is, Burbage is going to fuck down those stairs.
Okay. Beautiful.
Like, absolutely no way am I staying out on this balcony.
Okay. And then Stormbringer, now that Burbage is going, are you going to wait for Crotch, or...
Lena?
Can you guys not hear me?
Now we can.
Oh, didn't. Sorry, no.
That's weird. Okay. No, I'm following Burbage really closely.
Right.
Like, my attention's pretty much focused on.
Beautiful. No, totally good. Totally good. Actually, take advantage, or take inspiration for that, Stormbringer.
Cool.
Because that's totally something Stormbringer would be doing right now, even though it's leaving poor Crotch behind for the moment. But Crotch, Rosenberg heads over to the edge of his bed and slips a small key from under his pillow that looks kind of wrapped around a chain, and walks back then eventually. And here, yeah, it's fine. Whatever possessions I had in my old life, you are free to give them away. But I think once you meet Shenik too, you could stay here with me. It's nice here. There's a bath. There's a bath back there.
Yeah. I mean, we get that occasionally on the Dark Horizon, but Rosenberg, you loved the sea. I mean, I don't understand the draw here.
Shenik is my sea now. You'll understand. Please come with me.
Well,
and he's starting to move toward the door.
And well, as he says, Shenik is my sea now. Yeah. I'm gonna drop the hood and pull the mask down to expose my whole head, and I'm just gonna look at him and say, Rosenberg, I thought I was your sea.
And he's looking at you, and he looks a bit confused. Let me roll something. Hold on.
We see the dice for Fireball come up. Oh shit. He doesn't respond to confusion well.
Am I supposed to see another room, by the way, on roll 20?
Yeah, all I see is blackness.
All right, just checking.
Yeah, you guys are good. Okay. Rosenberg, he's looking at you, and Crotch, it's almost as if one eye,
oh god,
just sort of like goes soft for a second and kind of looks up at you with kindness, while the other one becomes a little bit more stern and hard. And then both eyes sort of roll back, and he falls unconscious to the ground.
Fantastic!
He crit failed the wisdom save that I was trying to have.
That's
okay. So
this is why psychic is my favorite damage type.
All right. So as he falls, I'm gonna close the door real quick.
Okay.
No. And then thankfully I've got some rope on me because pirate, and I'm gonna tie his ass up.
Okay.
Just his ass specifically, or
well, you tie him up. No problem. Okay. Do you want to keep him? There's a chair basically right here. Do you want to tie him to the chair, or like on the bed, or it's totally up to you?
Yeah, to the chair because it's in the corner. Right. We'll keep him nice in the corner.
And last thing, do you gag him?
Oh fuck yeah.
Okay. And he just sort of looks peaceful, sleeping, tied up. A Saturday night.
Great. And then I'm gonna lean and I'm gonna whisper in his ear, Rosenberg, this isn't you. And to that nasty fucking cat, get out of his head.
All right.
And then I'm going to turn and leave the room.
Okay. Awesome. You step back out of the room, close the door behind you?
Yes.
All right. You close the door behind you, and kind of quickly, the suit of armor actually looks sort of expectantly at you, and kind of motions for you to go back down the stairs then, with everyone, where everyone else had gone.
Sweet.
All right. So, you all now descend the stairs. The area down here now all of a sudden is sort of rock hewn hallways and corridors. Stormbringer Burbage, you've been down here before, but where you had gone previously to meet up with Vimeris underneath the well of this city has all caved in. Instead, you see another opening entirely a little bit further south on the southern wall that seems to have a doorway that was secret, but is now pushed open for the most part. And at this point, that's the only opening you see in this small area.
Adine's gonna actually reach out to Crotch as soon as Crotch comes downstairs. You okay?
I've been better. He's at least alive.
That's a plus.
But none of you know what she did to him.
Hikari
That's
has
hilarious.
that spell coming.
So
Do you
How
want to
long
start
have I been
casting it
down?
in here?
yeah.
Immediately
Well,
here?
we know
Okay.
Shinnick is in the building.
Yes.
Where is he?
He was across the fucking hall from where we were.
Fucking joy. Andy, can we hear what's going on the other, like, not upstairs, but in the hallway of the manor from here?
Not since the armor came back over the hole.
So it feels like that's
and you're
pretty...
about- Right, and then the stairway going down is about another 20 feet. So really not, unless you need to make like perception checks in that area.
Okay.
I can still only see blackness.
Why?
Are the lights turned
So-
off?
You have sight. Are you in the right spot?
I
Can
mean,
you see anything now?
I can see my character.
Yeah, the same
can't
is
see anything
true
else.
for me, Andy. I whispered.
Oh
it to
no,
you.
yeah. There's no light in. I'm sorry, because you two can't see.
But-
Yeah,
There
I have
is
dark
no light in
vision,
this
so
room.
I can
Yeah.
see,
Okay.
right?
Oh, okay.
Andy, I have dark vision, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Tieflings do.
So I should be able to
Tiefling,
see 60
yeah.
feet out.
Can you not see either, Hikari? Darcy?
Do it again.
I just...
Because it went on and then it...
On my screen, Hikari just gets,
Okay,
like,
hold on.
pulled out of the map and then comes back.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's how you
I
reboot
can
dark
see a
vision.
lot. It's just
Does that
like
make
a
sense?
big open room.
Yeah, you're in a room right now, basically.
So,
and
I
there's
just want to
this-
go to like the nearest corner and start casting it right now, if
Okay.
possible. Because I'm afraid if we wait anymore, something's gonna happen.
Well, yeah, and let's say that she started that immediately when she got
Yeah.
into the room.
Okay, yeah. So it's been about a minute then since then Crotch came back down to join. you.
Okay.
So you're about a minute in.
Those of you that can see now, I failed to pull my hood up and my mask back up.
Oh.
So you'll see Crotch in her full glory.
Which is what? What does Crotch look like under the mask?
Under the mask and hood, Crotch has short, dark brown hair, kind of like a pixie cut. You can see that she is a half aquatic elf, so she's got some nice elven features. And then she's just kind of got, right now, she's just got this really distraught, pissed off look on her face.
Once the
Nice.
statue steps back in front of the stairs,
Yeah.
Burbage is gonna kind of whisper to Crotch. Oh man, it's dark in here. It's weird being the only two guys in a dark room full of women, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so weird.
At this, Aideen, because the two of the party members who don't know this can't see the hood and mask, love.
Oh, yeah, hold up.
After
And
all,
then
we
I'll
wouldn't want you
put
to
it back
to feel out of sorts being one of the only two men.
Yeah, gotta keep that status quo up.
Burbage is
Someone turn the lights on, though.
I feel like Aideen will
Yeah.
like strike a torch and hand it to Stormbringer.
Thank you.
Not really strike a torch, but I got stuck between strike a match and light a torch.
Yeah,
It works.
Yeah.
All right, so
Stormbringer, you have a torch now. You can kind of see this room a little bit, and you can see down the hallway a bit. That leads from this opening. It seems to go on for quite a while. Into the stonework.
I do want Burbage to say right now that there's light. I just need to acknowledge this from our last session. He's now going to say to Crotch, "Oh, good. Now I can see your strangely feminine features some more clearly now." The ones that I noticed with my critical perception check back on the beach.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna turn my head and look at
You
him.
saved it. Good.
Yeah.
you know, Andy, how I said that the smooth music transitions were my favorite part? I might have been wrong. The smooth force wall breaking dialogue might be my favorite part.
I love it. All right. So you got a few more minutes here. What does everyone want to do?
All right. So
Does the blood trail continue down here?
It does. Yes, it continues down that hallway specifically.
Should we keep following the blood, you guys?
So I'd say your friend's body is down that way. Bad Kitty is upstairs. She's making a Bad Kitty doesn't get away spell, which I'm all in favor of. Do we want to get the body now or later?
I guess as long as the body's safe down here and the cat can't get to the body and hurt it. But what if it's being hurt now? What if it is hurt?
Well, he's dead and all. It was hurt.
Yeah, but I don't think like chopped up bodies can be brought back to life, Aideen.
They do kind of need him whole, Aideen.
Well, I was just saying it wasn't as if you were going to find him unhurt.
Okay, but I feel like you know what I meant. Anyway.
Okay, here's an idea. Since Akari is casting the spell, which seems to take forever, Stormbringer, I don't think you want to leave your mates. Aideen, why don't you recon down the hall and see what you can...
Oh, sure, send the ranger to scout.
That's literally...
That's literally what you're good at, yeah. It's funny. Aideen, yeah, do you want to be sneaky about it, or are you...
Oh, Christ, yeah.
Extremely perceive, or... Okay.
I'm trying to be very stealthy, trying to keep an eye and ear open for... And particularly, actually, as much as she made fun of the facetiousness of the question, if she does want to be listening to, like, are there people down here? Since there was a trail.
Totally. What's your passive perception?
16.
Beautiful. Okay. So you feel you could concentrate mostly on being sneaky and still have a very good awareness here. So give me a stealth roll.
21.
21. Very nice. Yeah, you're making your way down the hall. You're coming across some lit torches down here. You do see up ahead the hull veers to the right, so to the west.
Also, I know that there's sort of the... Not that people on the podcast know this, but there's the cutoff on the maps. I'm assuming I can still see the group behind me.
Yes.
Actually, like there wasn't like a doorway or anything.
No.
Okay.
There is kind of a doorway, but it's
open. So
it's open, yeah, and it's one of those like sort of sliding secret passages. So you think it doesn't just close very easily.
So, but more to the point, like if I hissed back for help or something, or if suddenly a fight broke out, they would be able to hear.
You believe so?
Yeah.
Especially on the bouncing of sound along these stone walls.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep creeping forward.
All right. Yeah. So you kind of come to this. You can keep going forward, or you could turn into this.
Do I have any sense of a blood trail?
You do, in that it seems to continue forward.
I'm gonna angle down this one real fast, just to make sure what this is. Down the side passage.
Yeah. And your dark vision is 60 feet.
Yeah.
So you see that it opens up into a larger room, and you can't quite see the far wall of it.
But I'm not getting any sound or anything from it.
Nope. No, you are not.
Okay.
There's no light in that further room.
So I'm gonna pivot down this way, then.
Okay.
If I feel pretty confident that there wasn't anything in there.
Yeah. You're sneaking along, going south, and about there, you do hear some voices coming from the southern area. Your dark vision allows you to see a room up ahead, and you hear a tiny bit of water sort of lapping up as well, and you hear some voices that don't seem to be trying to hide the fact they're just sort of talking.
Do I get anything from the voices?
The reverb in the stone is actually making it kind of hard to make out any real syllables, but you just kind of hear.
But multiple voices, and
Two, yeah, you can make out.
do I get any sense of like deeper, higher pitched? Even if I'm not really able to like make out the words, a sense of a language.
What languages does Aideen know?
Common, Elvish, Infernal, Dwarven, Halfling, Undercommon.
It is Elvish. And that's kind of clear. You just can't tell what
What they're saying, but like I can, in the same way that you wouldn't necessarily know what was being said, but you could tell French from English.
Sure.
All right, and I'm hearing multiple. I'm gonna
a slight sense that it is getting a little louder too.
Oh, balls. I'm gonna quickly move back.
Okay.
To where other people are.
Sounds good. Yeah, you go back with no problem. There's not a lot to make noise here. It's a fairly clean floor, so you move back fairly quietly as well.
So I'm going to sort of pull around the corner and say, I heard voices, Elvish. They may be coming this way. They were in the chamber where the blood was.
They were with Charity?
I don't know. I couldn't confirm it. I heard the voices, but I think they might be coming this way.
Could you tell how many voices?
I heard... At the combination of Crotch's question and Stormbringer's violent threat, Crotch is going to go, like that. At least 2. It's a little echoey in there. Hard to tell.
All right. And I'm just gonna glance at Hakari and kind of throw my shrug.
Burbage.
You do see Hakari just sort of concentrating and meditating, and there's almost like little sparks of like almost like a sparkler kind of metal shaving sort of a light almost that keep kind of popping off of her head.
How much longer do we think she has?
Probably about 5 more minutes. Yeah.
And she has to be completely undisturbed.
Pretty much. Like she can sense other things around her and even talk a tiny bit, but sort of focused.
She's conscious, but she's focused. Like it's like she's reading a book or like very intensely. So she knows what's going on. She'd be able to process what we're saying.
Does she no longer have invisibility cast on herself?
Oh no, yeah, no, because she would have started casting
a minute.
Yeah, it only lasts a minute anyway, and we're 5 in.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Burbage and Stormbringer, and then kind of nod at Hakari and say, "Which one of you two wants to protect her? The other one's got to fight."
I can protect her and fight.
Let's put protect her on the top level and fight only if necessary.
I don't understand what you're saying. I don't know how you protect without fighting.
I might recommend you stay back. Stay by her.
But I'm gonna fight.
No, Stormbringer, I'm back here. Stay back here and protect me in maybe some kind of, ambush positioning. All of us in maybe some kind of ambush positioning. Back up against the wall, and I don't know, maybe dim the torch, or just sort of kind of like make it less obvious, but without putting it out.
Do I think I can pick Hakari up and move her without breaking her concentration on the spell?
Possibly. You could certainly try.
Okay. I'm not comfortable with her being this close to the entrance, so I'm going to move her to a back corner.
Okay.
Very, very gently.
Okay. Yeah, you're not in a fight or anything. You're not rushed. You're just doing it very closely. So you can move her back here if you want. And she's basically just
Okay.
She kind of opens one eye, kind of looks at you, and just approves. And it's fine.
Okay, I'm ready to protect fight.
Okay, I think Burbage was right. I think the torch needs to dim a bit.
There are sconces on the wall, sort of which you can, which have candles in them, which you can light if you want.
So that we would still be able to see, but it wouldn't seem odd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, I'll just kind of move the torch onto this side over here, and that'll be your light source then.
That doesn't cover the whole room. Are there more sconces than that, or is that...
Yeah, hold on. You could light one over here kind of as well.
Okay.
Cool. Adine is going to motion to Burbage and Crotch. Quick and quiet if we can.
So Adine said that she heard two elven voices.
Two voices speaking
Or
Elvish.
Two voices speaking Elvish.
Yes, yeah.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Yeah, I wonder if we have time here, Burbage might whisper to Crotch, all right, if we can both get our blades ready to attack each of these two folks coming up. Folks? What the fuck am I doing? Okay, scratch that. I'll start over. All right, you get one. I'll get the other. And well, so Andy, here's my question: If Burbage waits until he's got somebody like squarely, like he knows exactly where they are, and then he draws Bright Fang, and this sucks. I really want to use the get rid of natural sources of light feature, but it's probably not smart. Just ignore everything I said. I'm going to cut this out of the podcast. Just move on with the action, and I'm never going to get to do it.
You can do it. You just know that Stormbringer wouldn't have light for a second.
I know. That's why I'm...
So we're going to have a shopping episode, and I'm going to say goggles of night are a thing.
Oh, how much light does Bright Fang give off?
It does give off about a 10-foot glow, I think is what it said.
Huh, really?
So if you're close to everyone, Burbage, she would still be able to see at least some targets. But it's your thing.
Yeah, let's just hold off on it for now.
Okay. All right.
So Adine is back in a darker corner where, like, even if they were elves with, dark vision, it's at least going to be harder to see her. And has her bow drawn.
Okay. Sounds good. Stormbringer, you're the only one right here, kind of not hidden at all. Is that cool? Are you trying to just maintain a position, or would you like to hide a little more?
You could pull into the corner by Hakari.
Or behind me. It's up to you. But if you're protecting
Well, I meant
Hikari,
if you went to the other side of her.
What am I doing? Am I protecting Hikari?
I guess
because
that's up to you.
That's not going to last very long. Like, as soon as you get threatened, I'm not protecting Hikari anymore.
So maybe you would be hidden up by Burbage so that you would be able to interdict anyone running towards Hikari, but also be able to follow up with Burbage.
Yeah.
And Adine is going to look at you. Quiet is good.
I'll try.
All right, folks, we got ourselves an ambush.
All right.
And this time he meant it.
All right. It takes like 2 or 3 more minutes even for you to hear the voices. They're coming slowly. They don't seem to be taking their they seem to be taking their time. They're not rushed or anything. So Hikari, you really only have a couple of minutes left here,
or an infinite combat,
or infinite combat. But then you do hear the voices coming up the hallway. And they again seem to be talking fairly loudly, like they don't sense anything wrong.
What are they saying?
And you can hear them a little bit better. In Elvish, they're now talking about the food and how heavy the barrels were, and they're probably filled with mead, but who knows? That's what they're saying.
Okay. Does anyone else who can listen to that speak Elvish?
I don't.
I do.
And
Who's that?
I speak Elvish.
Okay. You hear the same thing. Yeah, they're talking about mead and food and setting the table correctly, making sure that no one would get offended or something.
Sub question for that. Does anyone who understands what they're saying speak thieves' cant?
I do.
Also crotch of the sticky. You do not sense any thieves' cant in this. This just feels like a very odd conversation now.
Yeah, it sounds like they're servants. Yeah. Oh. All right, as I'm hearing that, and I know Aideen can hear it too, I just kind of like look back at her and be like, what the fuck?
But you do feel they are getting pretty close now.
Aideen shrugs while still having a longbow drawn, which incidentally implies a monstrous level of facility with a bow.
Indeed.
Just for the sake of surprise round planning, etc.
Sure.
I would probably be waiting for my surprise attack until Crotch and Burbage had been able to launch their attacks.
Okay.
Because I kind of want to be able to cut them off.
Gotcha. All right. So you see these. You see the two figures emerge, sort of looking at each other. And they get about here before they're now just sort of they stop and are just looking around them at all the figures that they don't recognize that have been hiding from them in this room, and you just get a what the fuck.
So Burbage is immediately attacking the person closest to him, hopefully as a surprise attack.
Please do this.
So I have advantage.
Any of you that want to act, they are entirely surprised.
Do they look like fighters, or?
They do definitely have swords at their side, and are wearing a bit of armor, like leather armor.
And so I have advantage, right? With a surprise attack?
Not with a surprise.
Or like, but like if I'm hidden?
Yeah.
Surprise lets you go first.
Advantage.
And your
Crotch might actually have advantage with surprise, but you do not.
Well, so but okay,
that's a different type of thief, rogue. But you're pretty much hidden from them, I'll say.
I mean, that's like that was frankly my whole like reason and like my thinking was that Burbage is hiding and like stabbing immediately from a hidden position.
Totally fine. Yeah. So as soon as he gets in range of you here, he's still looking at his friend. So please go ahead and attack with advantage.
Okay. Yeah. So sorry if I'm like missing something.
No, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Surprise alone does not give you advantage.
Right.
Being hidden would, yes.
Yeah, which is that hidden is what I meant.
Perfect. Earlier. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, give me that. A 19. That hits.
Okay. That's that. And I'll do sneak attack damage too, even if I don't need it.
Jesus.
11 piercing, 10 cold, 25 sneak.
What is that total?
46.
God damn, 46 damage. You stab straight into this guy. He barely even knows what's happening before the ice is starting to form around the wound, and you withdraw Bright Fang and look at him, and he kind of stares at you for a second, and Oh, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Oh no.
Now, this is in the surprise round, so he has
Yeah, go
his bonus action attack if you want
Yeah, go
with
ahead.
your offhand.
Oh
Just
right.
to be
We
clear,
haven't even.
just to be totally clear on rules, technically surprise rounds don't exist. This is a round in which they are surprised. So all of you get to go normally. They just miss their turn. Is technically how the rules work.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Which is what we call a surprise round.
It's just
So, yeah.
it's just a mechanically confusing way to get to
Yeah,
basically
it's-
the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I'm totally cool with you guys going in whatever order you want. Yeah.
Since kind of the idea is we were ready.
So
Yeah,
19
offhand.
with my offhand
Also-
short sword.
Also hits.
6 piercing damage.
All right.
And I think that's it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, you slash across them, cutting a small bit of his leg there, underneath his armor, and he's just glaring at you with daggers in his eyes. Not literally yet, but
And I
every
was
single time.
I was waiting until Crotch had also attacked at least.
Okay. Yeah. So Stormbringer, if you want to rush up, do your thing. Crotch, if you want to, feel free.
Yeah, I'd probably be moving into the one right next to Burbage.
Right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
And-
bonus action raid.
Awesome. Did you do the poison on your
No.
on your thing?
I'm
Okay.
saving it for the cat.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of ways to
All right,
skin a
you are
cat.
raging.
And as I
Okay.
swing with my durable battle axe, I'm going to whisper shout, so it's just a really strained whisper. Don't touch Burbage!
Okay.
She's trying to be
That's my-
Rolled a
quiet.
20.
20 hits.
So 14 points of damage. He's still up.
Yes, he is. You carve into a shoulder then a little bit. He just keeps getting battered from every angle, but his eyes are still on fire.
Second attack.
No, they're not. Charity's not here.
Not yet.
25.
25 hits.
Ooh.
16 points of damage.
All right. Oof. He's still up.
Is he?
And
Does he look
needs-
hurt?
He looks really hurt. He looks bloodied. His eyes are now a bit unfocused.
And he needs to make a DC 17 dex save.
Oh, does he? Okay. He's gonna roll a 16.
So he'll take 6 points of lightning damage.
All right. Beautiful. Yeah, that zaps him a little bit. His hair kind of stands up on end just a bit from the electricity that is now coursing around you. Crotch and Adine, you haven't quite seen this side of Stormbringer yet. Somewhere even deep underground here, you can hear thunder above. This is a very powerful barbarian.
That's my turn.
All right. Crotch, your turn.
Okay, so do I still have the drop on the other guy?
Yes, this is technically surprise. Yeah.
Also, to be fair, if
Okay,
he was
great.
looking at anything, it'd be the stuff to his left.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
Okay, so how do I kill this guy? I have my rapier in my one hand
Alright.
and a dagger in the other, but I have assassinate since I have the drop on him. So how do I go about doing that?
Yeah. So you have advantage on anyone who is technically surprised,
Okay,
which
yeah.
either of these characters are, which means any attack you have against them will have advantage.
Okay, so I'm going to the guy that hasn't been hit yet.
Okay.
So do I click on advantage and then hit my rapier?
Sure. Yep. A 21 definitely hits.
Is
So then,
assassinate the one that also makes it hits or automatically criticals?
You have
Yes.
advantage on text rolls against taking a turn yet in combat. In addition, you hit any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit. Yep.
So do I click the word
So-
assassinate as well?
You don't need to. No, you can click
Just the damage?
the damage, but you can do it twice. Yeah. So you'll click rapier. The +1. 8, and then do it again, and then we can see the roll.
So it's 13 total. It also doubles sneak attack.
Yeah. So then roll your sneak attack damage, and we'll just double whatever that is.
What feature turned that into a crit hit?
Okay, so that's
Assassinate.
13, and we'll just double the 22, you said, Andy?
Yeah.
So
let's double.
44, 57.
Oh, jeez. Not to be outdone with Burbage's 46. Crotch comes in and is like, let me show you how a pirate legend does it.
Amazing.
And just, slashes several times, just starts to cut up to ribbons the other one.
And then offhand attack?
And offhand attack. So yeah, you can then do your...
The dagger?
The dagger, yeah. And it should be like an OH dagger. Did I put that in there? I think I just put dagger. Dagger would be fine, yeah.
Well, I have my skip dagger, which is the special dagger, and then a regular dagger, and I just pulled the regular dagger
Right,
out.
yeah, just the regular dagger. For damage. Or for attack like this, which would be 22. And that also then is a crit hit, so go ahead and roll damage, and we'll just double it for you. 6, so another 12. All right. So that in a round is quite a lot.
All right. So.
All right. And do you want to move any more, Crotch, or?
Is that guy's down?
No. Nope, not down.
No.
Just cut to ribbons, bleeding profusely.
Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of move to the doorway so they can't retreat.
Okay. You think moving kind of back here toward... Oh, you mean the doorway so they can't go back?
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. You might get an attack of opportunity from him. However, he's not drawn a blade or anything, so he's not actually attacking you, which feels a little weird to you.
Yeah.
Because you saw he had an opportunity. He had an opening, but didn't take it. All right. 18, your turn.
So, as a bonus action, I'm going to designate the one in front as my prey, with the Slayer's Prey feature.
Gotcha.
Then I am going to shoot him with my longbow. I'm hidden from him, I assume?
Yes. Yep, in the back corner. Sure.
25.
25 hits.
So that'll be 11 plus 6 for 17 damage.
All right. Yeah.
You
shoot that arrow and just in where the armor sort of like meets at the shoulder. You just get the arrow into that slot, and it's sticking out, and he's.
And then, do I feel like the one that's in front of Burbage and Stormbringer is like absolutely wrecked at the moment?
Not absolutely wrecked, just bleeding profusely, but he's got some oomph about him still, if that makes sense.
Do they feel about equally hurt then?
Roughly, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to shoot the front one again then with my second attack.
Okay.
Or extra attack. Sorry.
Yeah.
25.
All right. Beautiful. That hits.
6 damage. And then
all right.
I'm going to cut off access to the ladder.
Beautiful. Excellent. All right, and then Hikari, you're just in the background. You just open your eyes to kind of see the battle unfold. And honestly, it looks like they got this. You don't need to get involved yet. Yeah.
I'm not that worried.
Awesome. At that, why don't we go ahead and roll initiative and get into it.
Jesus, Burbage.
Hikari, yeah, go ahead and roll initiative in case something goes wrong and you need to pop in.
My fumbled initiative turned into a 16.
I know.
I also had a 16, and my tiebreaker number that it gave me is the same as yours.
Good job, roll 20.
Decide which you want to go first.
Oh! Hikari's so ready!
Can that speed up her spell? Her crit hit on initiative?
I'll allow that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
you just concentrate a little bit more, and like everyone that kind of looks around you now, the braids of your hair are now sort of being lifted up again, and you're making like really good time on this spell that you're preparing. God damn it! I rolled a 1.
I feel like Aideen is sort of side-eyeing back at Hikari. The fuck is it with her hair and magic?
I will say this: that you see these creatures in front of you, as they're looking at you, their eyes are starting to turn yellow, and you start to see like whiskers and fur start to form, and their long elven ears are now being covered in kind of a slight orangish fur. But that's all they're able to really do. 18 or Burbage, which would like to go first?
I might as well go since
I'll let you. I would prefer you to go because you're.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that way it's Burbage to Nadine, Burbage to Nadine. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and gonna get angry at the yellow eyes and the fur because it reminds me of Shenik. I'm gonna immediately attack again with Bright Fang. This time without advantage, unfortunately.
Alas. 18 hits.
18.
Yeah.
But I do get sneak attack because I've got allies.
Absolutely, you do.
7 piercing, 7 cold, 20 sneak attack. That's 34.
All right. As Karach moves behind him, he doesn't exactly know where to look, and Stormbringer starts to electrify him. Again, he doesn't really know exactly where the most threat is coming from, but he just overlooks the short one for just a second, and it's enough for you to find another opening with Bright Fang, and you slip almost too easily. You slip the blade up into the rib cage of this one, and the light sort of goes out from his eyes and he slumps almost kind of over your blade as you withdraw it, and he falls to the ground dead.
Shenik sucks. As I let him go to the ground.
The other one's like, no. And you can tell his voice is now starting to change into something a bit more gruffer. But this one is dead. At least it appears to be for now. So, you have movement and an offhand, Burbage, if you want.
Yeah, I will stand on top of the dead body.
Okay.
And stab the other guy with my offhand short sword.
Please do that. 17 hits.
For 5 piercing damage.
All right. Okay. Very nice. 18, I believe it's your turn.
Do I have any sense of what these things might be?
As you see them sort of transforming features, they are looking more cat-like than normal, but it doesn't appear to be like dropping an illusion. They don't seem to be sort of just reverting to a
Okay.
form. This seems to be a type of shape changer of some sort.
Okay, so I don't feel like this is the type of, and especially because I looked at Shenik a lot. He actually was changed, but it seemed like that was also some kind of very physical ability. But this doesn't quite feel like that.
Not exactly, or yeah, it doesn't exactly. It feels like their normal form was that human, or it was that elven sort of form.
Okay.
And then they're turning into something perhaps more dangerous, if that helps. But that's about as much as you get without a roll.
I'm going to draw blades and stab.
Okay.
Stabs. No, actually,
Sounds
that's what I'm really not as... I'm nowhere near as
technically,
good
if you're
at that.
drawing both blades, you'll just want to drop your bow.
Well, it's actually also, I'm just trying to think, I'm nowhere near as good at that.
Okay. Or you could step back and shoot. Yeah.
Do I feel like I could get some control over the ladder, even if I like step it back, say, to the adjacent space?
Control?
Like, so that I would be able to, for example, if they started climbing it, be able to react to that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So I would do that.
Okay. Yeah, again, you think that you would provoke an opportunity attack. And at this point, you do see kind of sharp talons on their hands. And one is going to swipe at you as you move in that direction. A 20, I believe, hits.
Yeah.
That'll be 4 slashing damage.
No. Don't do that. Don't subtract the HP from my max HP. All right.
All right.
And bonus action, I'm going to... Oh, no. This was actually the first one still. He is still my prey. Shooting him.
23 hits.
10 plus 4, 14 damage.
Awesome. Yeah, he takes another arrow then on the other sort of side underneath this clavicle, and you can tell he's kind of having a hard time starting to breathe, and he's just looking at you, yellow eyes wide.
And then second attack.
All right.
12.
A 12 hits. Yeah.
Wow.
So unless I fumble, I
not
can't
super
not
hard.
hit them. 9 damage.
9 hits. Yeah, that's. Yeah. At that one just kind of goes into the almost the sternum area, and you hear kind of a crack as it pierced through that. And at this, he's almost leaning over, having trouble breathing. His claws are getting a little bit longer, but though as he looks at you.
As I sort of step back, I'm almost going to gesture at him with one hand to Aideen. Or not Aideen, sorry, I'm Aideen.
Yeah.
To Crotch as a after you.
Yeah. All right, Crotch, your turn.
All right. Did the guy that Aideen is attacking get pushed any further back into me since I'm in the door?
Nope. So you'd have to step up to attack him, or do something ranged.
How is he looking?
Really hurt. Sort of wheezing breath, and you just see pools of blood sort of dripping underneath him.
All right, I'll step in and then just stab with my rapier.
All right. Give me a roll. 22 hits.
Thank God the fumble was on the second one.
Right?
Yeah.
And
4 damage, plus you have sneak attack.
yeah. There's so many different flavors of sneak attack, I constantly have to try to remember, like, wait, who can trigger it on what? 18 total?
All right. And at that, You see his claws grow long, and he looks to Aideen, and it looks like he's about to pounce at her. And as that happens, you just quickly, deftly step up behind him, and your rapier just comes out the front, pushing one of Aideen's arrows out as it emerges from the same hole. And you sort of look, and you're like, "Oh, I got it. Oh, cool." And then that one slumps to the ground, dead as well. Both of them sort of reverting back slowly to their more elven features.
Aideen will quickly step forward. Are we out of combat order?
Yes, and then technically out of combat.
Step forward, sort of yank the arrows out of this one.
You can save 2 of them.
Okay. And then promptly
the other one is kind of broken.
Re-knock it and put it through the back of their head.
Okay.
And then step forward and put it through the back of this one's head.
Right, as well. Yep, very little. Now, Burbage and Stormbringer, you just see this sort of ruthless red-haired woman just double tap each of these corpses.
Can I be searching the body of the first one, the one that I killed?
Yes. Yeah, you're
I actually used to like cats.
12 investigation.
They were cats.
With 12, you can quickly kind of find they each have about 20 gold pieces on them. And they're wearing a belt that gives the illusion of a sword next to them. Because once you pass your hand through their sword, it's just illusion. And once you take their belt off, the illusion goes away.
Interesting.
That's weird.
Great. So we killed unarmed people.
They
At this
weren't people.
They were
Aideen-
getting armed.
Aideen is holding up a hand, like, as the talons sort of are reverting back into hand. Not for long.
So it was 20 gold each, so 40 gold total.
Yeah. As you
And
sort
if
of
I-
look at the scratch on your arm, Aideen, real quick, just give me a Constitution saving throw, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, as if I don't know what these things are.
I'm taking those belts from them too, by the way.
Okay. Yeah.
11.
All right. Cool. Burbage, yeah, you can put them in your inventory as 2 belts of armed illusion.
Okay.
And as that all kind of goes back, you sort of look back toward Akari. Akari is nearly done. She's got about a minute left in the spell, and right now you don't hear anyone approaching.
Could I come up here and listen
Please, yeah,
to see if I hear anyone sort of up top?
yeah. Give me a perception check.
19.
Ooh, the 19. You might hear just a few kind of laughs again. Similar to the ones you've heard before. Like, some people are just having a good time. Drinking. Yeah.
But I don't hear
You don't hear anyone approaching?
Rosenberg's
or-
voice. I don't
Rosenberg's voice? No.
hear a giant cat thudding his way along to Rosenberg's door.
Certainly not. Certainly not. No.
No cat booty calls.
No.
Stop.
There are flecks of gold running through Hikari's red hair now, as she's preparing to cast the spell finally.
So it seems like she's about ready. Like we can all kind of tell that, maybe.
Yeah. And at the moment, you don't hear anyone approaching.
All right, so yeah, Burbage will be like, all right, successful ambush. Now all we have to do is hope that Hikari doesn't cast that spell while Shenik is at his fucking rod party. For now, in the meantime, Stormbringer, should we go find Charity?
Yeah, and make sure he's safe until we've killed every last fucking cat person in this house.
I like you.
So unless Crotch and or Aideen stop him, Burbage will be running down that way.
Crotch just stepped out of the doorway.
All right.
Yeah, so Burbage and Stormbringer, remember you don't have any light sources. You're just
Yeah,
there
I'm
is
gonna
some
grab a
light on the wall.
torch.
Okay.
I feel like they just start resolutely marching off, and behind them, Aideen is lighting a torch from the candle. Yeah, you can't see.
And like, I'm just highlighting that I, Adam, do not want to be doing this, but I know that Burbage does.
Oh,
Like-
interesting metagame talk. Yeah.
So
Hey,
It's
let
fun
me
to
go
know.
in front.
What's that, Andy?
It's fun to know. I like it. That's hilarious.
Aideen will probably take up a covering position on Hikari, particularly paying attention to. I would put this as a continual focused perception on if anyone was coming through, like if we start hearing the suit of armor move or anything.
No problem. Yeah, totally.
I might follow them down so that we can see what they see. As in, I might move Aideen's token, but defining what Aideen was doing so that you can just, if something relevant comes up.
Yeah.
The blood trail goes forward, right?
It does.
Aideen would have also told you, straight down.
All right.
I can keep moving my token.
And Aideen and Crotch, as you are watching Hikari appear, oddly enough, Aideen, you sort of hear her take a breath in and then just stop. And she's not breathing. She's just holding something. And then you see a blue, brilliant light form right in front of her. And as she opens her eyes, which are entirely black, she lets out a and this light goes and shoots out in all directions, climbing up the walls incredibly quickly. Even Stormbringer and Burbage, you see a blue light race past you on the ground. And Hikari, I need you to make a quick decision here.
Okay.
With forbiddance, you have a few creatures that you get to forbid.
Oh, it's not just for everyone?
It's celestials, elementals, fae, fiend, and or undead. Would you like all of those to be forbidden? You do know that Charity every once in a while turns into an angel, which is a celestial.
Yeah, so I don't want to forbid celestials.
Okay, and elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. Do you want all 4 of those to be forbidden? In the area that is the town here.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Say it one more time. No, not celestials. I'm just trying to say it.
Yeah,
a little
elementals,
slower. Elementals,
fae, fiends, and undead.
I can't think of. I feel like this is a trick question.
No, it's fine.
I can't think of anything but celestials.
Okay, you could have all 4 of them be forbidden.
Okay.
So any creature that's a type that is one of those, can no longer be in this town. And
I thought it is that they couldn't teleport.
Well, that's part of it. They cannot teleport into this town. But if they are currently here, you immediately start doing damage to them until they are no longer
That's
here.
right. Okay, that's right.
And so, Aideen and Crotch, you hear something from up the stairs.
Oh
which
my
is
god.
a guttural, horrifying.
You're going
and a crash of some sort, and then that sound just is fading very quickly away.
Crotch is gonna look at Aideen and say, "I don't know what she did, but I think it worked."
If that creature was a fey, elemental, fiend, or undead, it started to immediately take 5d10 radiant necrotic damage, which I assume for Hikari is necrotic, until it got out of the space that she just forbid it to be in.
So it has to run 40, what is it, 40,000 yards away?
Feet. Yeah, 40,000 square feet away. Or upward as well. You hear that and have no idea the result now of what that means. But for today at least, those creatures are forbidden.
Down the hall, Burbage and Stormbringer are going to hear, time may now be a bit of a factor.
All right, Stormbringer and Burbage.
mean,
you are coming up to a larger opening in the southern area here, and you kind of feel that the blue effect might have been from Hikari, though you've never actually seen her cast that spell.
So I'm going to continue forward.
All right, Stormbringer and Burbage. You see some water at the end of the area over here. It seems to be kind of pooling, and then there's a bit of a current in it, so it might be just sort of disappearing underground even a little bit more. And then there's, to the west, another carved out hallway.
Where does the blood trail go?
It's starting to fade, but you think toward the west.
It's like Charity only had so much goddamn blood in him.
Yeah, right.
Jesus.
Wait. Where did the other, like, I can only see my character and Crotch in this room.
Oh,
People move.
I'm moving so that the camera goes with Stormbringer and Burbage.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all. Sorry.
Yeah.
But Aideen is.
I'm not actually. Aideen is basically standing guard by you, or now actually just looking at you with a.
Okay.
So does your god just generally do hair? Because I'd be interested to see what they could do with mine.
I just kind of look at her.
Not now, Aideen.
What? The fuck else do we got to do?
Stormbringer and Burbage, just to the right of you, as this hallway opens up into another chamber to the right, you see kind of a golden circle altar type of thing, on which a naked, white-haired body is laying face down.
Is it Charity's body? I feel like we'd recognize Charity's body.
The red skin and tail.
Yeah, the red skin and tail
Is
and
there
white
a
hair.
tattoo?
And the
Tattoo
giant back tat.
That's true, yeah.
Right.
You
Very
picked.
clearly Charity at this
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Why
mystery,
is he
yeah.
naked?
Why
Don't-
indeed?
Bad kitty.
Wait, Stormbringer, stand back. Hold on. I don't
Why?
know what this gold thing is.
I don't care what
I
it
have no
is.
idea. It might be magic. Just hold on.
I don't give a shit about magic.
Well, you shouldn't you?
I
Hold
don't
on.
know.
Burbage is going to use his limited arcana knowledge from his years as a thief to see if there's
Alright.
anything weird about this fucking gold circle.
Okay, give me an Arcana roll. A 9. I mean, it's cool looking. It's carved innately with mundane objects. There's like a cup and a chair, and all of this is weird stuff kind of carved into the gold all the way around it. If you're looking, but it doesn't seem
Okay.
right.
And how about just an investigation check?
A 7.
Do you have expert
Ooh.
investigation?
I do not.
Okay, I couldn't remember which ones you had expertise on. Sorry.
Doesn't seem trapped or anything.
Stormbringer, have you ever seen
You
anything
do
like
notice
this before?
You do notice a slightly weird pattern that a little bit of the blood that was left from Charity might have pooled a little bit in a small kind of like divot on the front side here, because there's some blood maybe smeared along the side of it, but it itself is empty.
Stormbringer, have you ever seen anything like this before?
Have I ever seen anything like this before?
No.
No. Can I get Charity now?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, let's get him.
Okay,
Well,
I'm
you
going
go get
to.
him. I'm gonna stand over here.
Okay.
You're gonna stand back, okay?
Because I don't know what the gold circle is. Stormbringer, if you die right now, I'm so sorry.
No, wait, no, you gotta go with me. We gotta die together, Burbage. If we're gonna die, we have to all die.
Alright, how about this? If you go on there and you die, I promise I'll be right there after you.
Okay.
Okay?
Promise?
Yeah, promise.
Okay.
Classic murder-suicide pact.
Okay.
Shake on it.
I'll shake his hand,
All right.
Alright, good luck.
and I'm gonna step onto the gold circle to pull Charity off.
Okay. As you step onto the gold circle, nothing happens.
And I'm going to take him off the altar thing and move him back away from the circle.
You go ahead and lift him up. And he's in your arms at this point, and you move back off the golden circle.
Did it feel weird at all, Stormbringer? Was there anything magical about it?
Did it feel weird at all?
Nah, no, not at all.
Alright, hold on. I want to step on it and see what happens.
No,
Jesus Christ.
Burbage.
I just put like a toe on it, like it's a bath.
I love you so much, Burbage. No, nothing happens to you either. No.
Okay, thank God.
Anyway, Aideen called for us a second ago, so we should probably fucking hustle. And I'm gonna start running back towards the room that we left Hikari and gently carrying Charity.
I like how I'm like slow panning back up the hallway.
Did we see like his clothes or
Yeah.
any items in here?
You don't see any items or anything now.
No
nor
clothes?
Nah.
Okay, we'll deal with that later.
Okay. And yeah, you hustle back all the way up to this main area, the staging area. Crotch, Aideen, Hikari, you haven't heard anyone coming down the stairs, though you definitely hear now people kind of running around and some voices, but you don't hear any screaming again, and you certainly don't hear that very thick accent that Shenik had.
So let's go fuck up some cats?
You're just walking in like carrying
a
Charity
dead
like
body,
in
really
your
gently.
in your arms, and I'm assuming you're sort of cradling him so that he's face up.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
would you have covered him a little bit with like a cloak or something?
I would definitely not have thought to.
Would Burbage have thought to?
Run in with this naked guy.
You're asking
shame.
me if Burbage might have covered Charity's body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or reminded Stormbringer that,
Some
maybe
people care about nudity.
that maybe Charity doesn't want to be rezzed and be like, hey, everyone here was like just watching your dead, brutally murdered body.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Galway. Burbage was way too distracted by the gold circle.
That's fine.
And he's seen so many naked male bodies that
Of course.
he's not going to blink an eye at this. And also, like, I don't think the resurrection's going to happen anytime soon anyway.
So,
Right.
but at that, as you jog into the room, Aideen has gone almost completely white.
Wasn't she already white? Isn't she white?
She's managed to get paler than pale.
Yeah.
Crotch is gonna look at Aideen. Aideen, what's up?
Fucking gods above. Is that your friend?
Yeah. We got him back.
That's the fucking death spell.
You're speaking gibberish. Let's go kill some cats. Not real cats, demon cats. I don't have anything against real cats.
The death spell? Is that a reference to the badass thing that Charity's always saying lately? It was like, do you hear the bells?
You exactly know what this is. Death's Bell is a member of a roguish organization, and essentially is the #1 hitman / enforcer slash leader of part of the groups of a group called the Lights in the Dark.
Which is like a thieving organization?
Yes, it's nothing you fucked with because they get serious. And you've heard some really bad stories of some of these people.
And it's called what's the organization called?
Lights in the Dark.
All right, Lights in the Dark is like a really intense, secretive, like no nonsense, like thieving organization that Burbage is aware of, but was always like way too dark for Burbage to ever even want to like get involved with. Is that right? But he's heard stories about something called the Death Spell.
Someone named the Death Spell, yeah. Or Death Spell. Yeah.
Would this be on the level of Crotch the Sticky? Like he was never sure if the Death Spell was real?
No, you were pretty sure Death Spell was real. And this is not like a fun children's story. It's like a murder happy
if you wanted to keep
story.
If you wanted to keep little thief children quiet at night, you would tell them a story of the Death Spell.
All right, well, that's some fascinating information that I/Burbage will be spending some time processing.
Adine has backed up to basically the wall.
Adine, I've never seen you shaking like that before. What the fuck?
Now, would Crotch, as like a master pirate thief or whatever, also know about the Lights in the Dark / the Death Spell?
Crotch would have heard this name as well, but it doesn't make sense for Crotch that this is that person, and how Adine would know exactly. Even
so in this moment, Burbage, like this is so okay. So this is a significant moment because Burbage knows enough about Charity's past and knows well, I don't know, because like his initial thing is like he's thinking of, oh, Charity's been saying that thing about do you hear the bells?
Yep.
But so it's dawning on Burbage in this moment as he looks between Adine and Charity's body that there is a very real possibility that Charity is in fact the Death Spell.
You're coming to terms with that idea, yeah.
That is Frank, like that is a very I don't know the word for what I'm looking for. That is a disconcerting shocking realization that will kind of go over Burbage's face. But that is the extent of, I think, what Burbage has bandwidth for in this moment. Like,
all right,
in the heat of the moment, like it's like, what the fuck? But he has no time to think about that any more than that.
Hikari, did you get your spell off?
Did you get it off, Hikari? Did you get it off?
Okay.
Sorry, I wasn't pressing the thing. Yes.
Burbage. Down.
Yes, you asked me if the spell went off?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It did.
Awesome. So I don't know why Adine's over there, but I have to avenge Charity's death and then we gotta bring him back to life. And I'm not gonna let go of him, but it's okay, because I can swing my axe with one hand, so let's go kill someone.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
We've got to take care of this. Adine, listen to me. No matter who you think this is or what you think he is, the most important thing is that he's my friend and my brother.
He's our family.
So either you can help us or you can't, but I sure hope as fuck that you're able to get over this weird I've just seen a ghost thing and help us out. All right?
Yeah.
You're going to see Adine, and Adine has spent several days here, right, and talking to Missy. And I assume that Missy had sort of been telling us, you had mentioned, like, telling us stories of the family and sort of the qualities of them, and had put, is sort of like nodding.
The flag that she made for Charity, who then raised it and up on the spire, and the tattoo that Charity got of his comrades that have been in this fight with him.
I agree to help you and all. I'll do that. But I need some answers. Preferably from him. So I'm as interested in getting him alive as you are.
Okay.
Alright, there was a lot of screaming when that spell went off, and did it sound like it could be the large kitty person?
You have no idea what makes that kind of noise.
Okay. There was a lot of...
But certainly not a normal person, yeah.
There was a lot of screaming, and then the screaming stopped. Would Hikari have then related perhaps to, like, Crotch and I, that the spell would have been hurting certain things?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
I
think I would have explained it.
Hikari would have known as she cast it what it did fully. I was sort of going and might have said that. I'm like, so he might have tried to escape the whole feeling like he was being on fire thing. Not really sure what we're going to find out there. You need a diamond, right?
Yeah, a big fucking diamond.
Let's go find a diamond. Let's go kill anyone who's fucking with us, and then potentially get ready for some kitty fighting.
Sounds good.
I love it.
And hopefully he's not gone.
I'm sorry.
You say hopefully he's not gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Because I need to kill him.
Okay, actually, let's take a break here then. Let's go to the bathroom, get a drink, and as you guys are about to just ascend the stairs into the manor again.
All right. We will be back momentarily, everybody.
Beautiful.
BRB. Bourbon.
Hello, everyone. We've returned. In the catacombs, having just gotten charity from some sort of gold altar-looking thing, and Adine having a very strong reaction at the sight of him. Either way, the group has decided to travel up top, see what all the commotion's about. So, as you begin to descend the stairs, Stormbringer and Burbage, you come to the back of the suit of armor. What would you like to do?
Quick question: ascend or descend?
Ascend?
Okay.
You going up the stairs? Yeah.
Yeah,
Did I say descend?
I think you said descend, and I was like, and
I think he said ascend.
okay,
I
maybe
don't
he
know.
did. Maybe I heard it wrong, but I was just like, wait, has my understanding of the geography of this been entirely wrong?
No, we're good. And ascend. There we go.
What do we have to do to get the statue to move again?
There's a
Are
switch.
you asking Stormbringer or?
I don't know.
I'm not. I'm asking Andy because Burbage would know. Right?
If Burbage was paying attention last time they came down, he would remember that there was 3 knocks on the back of it, and it would step aside.
Burbage was paying attention. Just because I wasn't doesn't mean
No.
he wasn't.
I wasn't saying that. Just
He
who knows
will-
what Burb-
He will knock on it 3 times.
All right. And at that, the suit of armor starts to move aside. And we can kind of move a little bit to what order you're coming up the stairs in, but
So-
immediately you see 2 figures at the top of the stairs, across the balconies from you, weapons drawn, just sort of looking about as frantically as they can. And who probably goes up? What's the marching order here going up the stairs?
Stormbringer is carrying Charity's body, right?
Yeah.
So probably she'd be near the back.
Yeah, for once I wouldn't be going first.
Yeah.
Let's say that Burbage did go first, but he's kind of like just to kind of make the statue move, and then he's gonna like kind of try to hide behind the statue, like try to be out of vision of anybody upstairs.
Okay.
While other people come up.
Adine would probably have been forming, like, I would think Adine might be forming the middle ranks with Hikari and Crotch up front, since they're much more comfortable with the stabbing distance.
Sounds good to me.
And I'm more the
Yeah.
shooting
Yeah.
distance.
So probably even Hikari's up front, then and Adine behind. Adine, you do hear kind of a muffled from inside the room right next to you, Rosenberg's room. And you do see 2 figures up here, kind of looking around frantically, not exactly knowing what's happening, and then they latch eyes onto all of you coming up. And Hikari, this was the one that came out earlier, and he kind of approaches quickly and says, something's happening.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
What's happening?
I don't know. We heard screaming and squealing and I don't know. And then the other one runs. I'll check on Master Shenik, and rushes to the door over here.
Sounds good. Wait, did he run away or did someone else run away?
The bandit,
Check on the door.
yeah, is now all the way over to the other door and opens it up and rushes inside.
But the guy you were talking to, Hikari, is still right there.
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
I'm
Okay,
kind of awkwardly putting poison on my axe while I wait for the line to move.
Okay. You have Charity in one hand. You're sort
Yeah.
of fumbling with poison.
Yeah.
And you're dipping it onto your axe. Your hands are full.
I say, you should probably go check on Master Shenik too.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okie doke.
Boo boo cha boo 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 cha boo 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 cha boo 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 cha.
Nice.
A
Plus
25.
7.
Yeah, 25. He says, "Oh, of course, you're right. Oh, Mr. Sonic, I'm coming for you."
Wow.
He's just
Sounds like a
dumb.
Muppet.
I'm sorry.
I am
Dumb and stupid.
I'm literally picturing him running away with the Kermit the Frog arms.
Yes.
Master Shenik, yay!
As he's sort of running and yelling, the doors open, kind of 2 more of them.
God damn it.
Oh, for the
another one
ever-loving
steps
fuck.
out. Crotch and Adine, you recognize this as Tuck, the very large, sort of friendly crewmate of yours. And he has a crossbow sort of in his hands and ready. And then the door opens up here as well, but you don't see anyone there yet.
Oh shit.
I kind of want to just yell, "Protect Master Shenik," and then just like run out.
You do what you gotta do.
I can't leave everybody.
No,
though.
I mean, if you feel like doing that though, like do it.
Okay.
It's whatever. Hikari,
Protect Master Shenik! And I just start.
You start running? Which way?
Like, to where the stairs are, to kind of run down the stairs.
All right.
Do you get the
as you
do you get the
up
Muppet
here-
arms going too?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yeah, Tuck and this really large guy are rushing over toward the door to where Shenik's room evidently was. Hikari, though, as you get here, who's kind of following? Are you guys letting her go ahead?
Oh no, I'd be
Are you
following.
right behind? Okay.
I'm behind too.
All right.
Given what I know of this place, this is like a normal floor height, right? So we're like only about 10 feet up.
Yeah,
And this is the staircase here. So Adine would probably stay here because, or would have only moved this far because she has a pretty good sight line everywhere and can always just hop the damn rail. Because at that point, that's probably only a 5-foot drop to the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm sitting right next to Burbage.
Burbage would be looking for the mayor's wife's jewelry, the diamond. So if that means he has to look inside this room to see if it looks like the kind of room that might have that object, he's going to do that.
You can open the door, sure.
Yeah, let me peek inside.
You got a tiny bit of a peek inside, and it's a fairly nice room.
It's a bedroom, yeah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. It doesn't quite look as ostentatious as perhaps the mayor and his wife would live in, but it's a decent room. Sparsely furnished.
Okay. So, Andy,
Yes.
Burbage is a pretty experienced thief.
100%.
He is very used to doing this and in doing things in like short amount of time, making split-second decisions. Based on his understanding of what he's looking for.
Yeah.
Like the diamond belongs to the mayor's wife.
Right.
He looks in this room. He intuits this is not the mayor's room.
Give me an intelligence roll with advantage to see kind of what your gut says here. A 14. You feel like this is like a guest room.
Okay.
Like a nice guest room, but guest room. It's sparsely furnished. This is probably not where she would keep her jewelry.
Okay. And Burbage had a conversation with the drunken mayor the last time he was in Clifmil. And he doesn't recall the mayor saying anything about wife and I are sleeping in separate bedrooms. You know, like, right?
No, he does not recall such a thing.
Perfect. Does he see Rosenberg in here?
Yeah, if you peeked your head around the corner, yeah, you definitely saw Rosenberg kind of now awake but tied to a chair and just kind of like...
Burbage just gives Rosenberg a big toothy grin and a thumbs up and then closes the door.
Okay. I love it. All right. That door is closed. So Hikari, as you get here, the drow elf that was in the room grabs your arm very quickly. he says, "What is going on? Who are you?"
So can I have my sword out?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't say this, but could I have pulled it out while I was like, running down the hall?
Leading the charge up the stairs and down the hall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's really close to me, right?
yeah. He's
I'm
grabbed
just
your
gonna
arm. Yeah.
stab him real quick.
Please give me an attack roll for your real quick stab.
Oof.
26.
26 certainly hits him. Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage.
Rolling damage.
$15. As the sort of necrotic energy that you imbue your blade with just lights up right before you stab into him. He tries his best to dodge out of the way, and you cut straight a good slice out of his side there.
Awesome.
All right. Let's go ahead and roll initiative at this. That's certainly a fight.
A lot of 16s for me. So Crotch from behind you, you're just gonna hear, so we're done with the talking part then.
Did it not come through?
If you do have to click on your icon and then hit initiative, by the way.
I see Crouches in the chat.
In the chat, but it doesn't
Yeah.
go up in the turn order sometimes unless you
I
do that.
It's the arcane workings of JavaScript.
Yeah, like I even did it wrong there.
What do you press again after you hit your character icon? Like what
initiative.
thing do you press?
In your character sheet, initiative.
You are just...
It keeps coming up blue. What am I doing? I did it right the first time.
Oh no. Here, we'll just put you in the good old-fashioned way.
The manual way. There's Akari.
What was your first
17.
one there?
Or Crotch was 17, and Hikari's first was 9.
You are first to go, Crotch. You see her stab into this creature that you can kind of barely see in the doorway up here. You just saw sort of a drow hand reach out and grab her arm. And the only other person in the hallway at the moment is Tuck, as the large guy has also gone into the room where Shenik was.
So Tuck is just still in the hallway?
He is. He's turned to sort of look at the commotion. But yeah, he's.
Is his crossbow armed?
It is, but it's not like up.
All right, I'm gonna throw my left hand up and just say, "Hey, Tuck, hold that." Does he recognize me?
Andy?
Can you not hear me?
There we go.
Oh, sorry.
We heard nothing from you in response to what Chris said.
Oh, sorry. Tuck's crossbow is notched and ready and everything, but it's not up aiming at you yet.
And then...
Oh, you didn't hear what she said then.
Oh no, I didn't.
Okay.
Okay, so I kind of like lower the rapier in my right hand and raise my left hand and say, "Tuck, hold that for a second."
Oh, why?
Because because your captain said so.
You're not exactly sure how he's going to react to that. All right.
He's gonna start muttering about his sling blade.
Mashed taters.
French fried potatoes and sling blade.
Okay, you do that very quickly. If you still want to kind of move and have an action, feel free.
Yeah, and then I'll. So, did Hikari get pulled into that room?
No, she's still in that spot. Yeah.
Doing a quick stab.
Doing a quick stab.
I thought maybe I'd stab him so hard he'd just die.
Maybe.
You never know.
Oh no, I wasn't
Can't
faulting
hurt
you.
to try.
I just like the description. I just want to do a quick stab, just a quick one,
It's a quick
just a little boop. That's a sword. So you have a
Okay,
target in the doorway.
Yes. Okay, can I quickly turn to Aideen and kind of like point at Tuck and say, try not to kill him, and then turn to go into the doorway where Hikari is?
All right.
I'd
Yeah,
like-
as you turn...
Sorry, I'd like to
Turn
point
right
out
here.
that only the crew has killed the fucking crew so far.
That's true.
I know.
You see a drow, yeah, just kind of standing there with a
Cut in him.
a bit of a large cut in his side.
Okay, then following Hikari's suit, I will stab him as well.
All right, give me an attack.
Yeah!
He's not surprised, though you do move before him in turn order.
Okay, it's still coming up in the blue. What did I do?
In the blue.
In the blue. Your rolls.
Like
Blue instead of her character color.
Yeah.
Oh, the die? I don't know. That's
no,
weird.
The chat section.
Oh, it's not showing up like that for me.
Okay, but you saw that I rolled my rapier?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah,
The-
you got
I
a
see it, Chris.
10. You got a 10, which he's just about to dodge out of the way. But do you have advantage on people who haven't gone yet?
Yes,
Okay,
that's
yeah.
assassinate.
So please roll again for your advantage.
Oh!
That's a crit hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as it looks like he's about to go out of the way, you've been feigning this entire time and have cut straight up into him, so forcefully that you knock him back further into the room, out of your melee range for a second. But
Okay.
Also, the
he
shit
is-
tons of damage.
Yeah, a lot of damage. So go ahead and roll that rapier with a crit hit. All right.
And the
9
attack
to
of
11,
sneakiness.
And it's a sneak attack, since Hikari was next to him.
A critted sneak attack.
A critted sneak attack, yeah. Ooh, I would roll that one more time.
Yeah, just that feels harsh to make her double that. Much better.
A 23. Okay, so
Okay.
a
32
9
plus
is-
11.
Yeah. 43 damage. Jeez. As you slice into him and he stumbles backward, holding the wound, you see him pull out a very nice dagger from the side, and he does so with a quickness that you recognize as someone who's very well trained in the art of the blade, Crotch.
In the art of the blade, crotch.
Crotch.
So if you wanted to, you could pursue him into the room and make your offhand attack if you'd like.
Can I? Yeah.
You could also throw a dagger at him,
Yeah.
because I think you did that at one point.
Yes, I do still have the dagger. Yes, I shall throw my dagger.
All right, this is kind of your ricochet dagger that you quickly, pop from its sheath and throw in the same motion. Give me an
That
attack.
depends. Is there anyone else in the room?
Oh no. It comes back to you though, I believe, right?
Yes, it does.
So even if there's no one else, there's still a good benefit for it.
Yeah, I'll do that one. The skip dagger.
Okay.
And he still hasn't acted. So
And he still isn't acted, so this is another advantage.
So I click advantage and then click my weapon.
yeah.
13. I'm afraid a 13 just misses as he ducks very deftly out of the way. However, it ricochets kind of off the back wall in a way that comes sort of back at him nearly, and you catch it just before it hits the ground. Very nice. Do you want to move, Crotch, or keep your position there? I think you have 20 feet of movement left if you wanted to.
Okay. Am I in the doorway, or did I step into the room at all?
Kind of. You're just on the outside of the doorway.
Yeah, I'll just kind of step in a little to the right.
Okay. All right. You kind of close with him then again, just right in his face. Aideen, your turn.
5, 10. So I've got a nice angle on Prim Wallax. That's...
You don't know his name.
Hey, the token said it, and you cannot see that arrangement of words and not read it.
I got you.
I will get to here. He is now my prey.
Okay.
As a bonus action, and shoot. 24.
24 hits, yeah.
11 plus a d6. 13 piercing damage, magical.
All right.
And then extra attack. Is it second? Extra attack. Don't know why I couldn't remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
Yeah,
I do. I've been playing a sorcerer for like a year. 20.
20.
9 piercing damage.
That is enough. As your arrow pierces straight underneath like his throat, he sort of and can't grasp another air and falls to the ground, dead in front of Crotch and Aideen.
I'm then going to point at Tuck. No. Don't do it.
Stormbringer?
So Burbage is just hanging out in this other room, right?
No, he's moved back, I think.
He's in the hallway.
And shut the door.
I closed
Yeah.
the door and I moved a bit further down the hall.
Yeah.
Why can't I see his token in the hall?
It might be in some shadow, but it's just right up, like 15 feet in front of you.
Okay.
Your vision also may be clipping with the room wall. Sometimes, like, line of sight on Roll20 can be a little weird. Do you see where we are? Because I think this is all dim light, right?
Probably most of it.
Yeah, I mean, I can
Yeah.
see.
I mean, no, it looked like he wasn't in the hallway at all. Like, now he does.
Huh.
But it looked like he was
Oh,
in,
weird.
like, I saw his name label in the room.
Okay, it might have just been having weird artifacting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna just move to stand in front of him with my charity.
With your charity shield, okay.
I'm making sure I'm trying to like. This is not a good fighting stance. I've lost my fucking mind. So I'm kind of like holding charity partially behind my body while I have my axe out with the other hand, so I'm shielding Burbage too. It's yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm just gonna, if anything threatens Burbage or Charity, I'm prepared to swing at them.
Gotcha.
So you've got a position where you're maximizing trying to give cover to Charity's body and Burbage.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel you. I will take that into account. All right, Hakari.
So I say we keep going, and Burbage can look in this room now.
Also, Trick, do you want to move out of the way or anything? Or
Yeah,
technically,
I'll move out
this
of the way.
guy he's still got a weapon over here, but he doesn't look super threatening at the moment.
Well, and I know they know him, so I'm not gonna go.
And they asked us not to
Kill him.
They asked us to try
Yeah.
not to hurt any of the crew.
So I'll just move out of the way.
Do you want me to move you out of the way, or do
Oh,
you like here? Ish, like just
Sure.
at the top of the stairs. Okay. As you move there, Hikari, of your own volition, totally free of anything.
God damn it!
You can see into this room, and you see a child, kind of curled up next to a bed.
Okie doke. I'm not
that's-
worried about the child right now.
Burbage
I do
kept-
not care.
I'm pretty sure I can see that token, so I'm pretty sure Adine can also see that child.
Yeah, probably. As Hikari kind of looks in there, and Adine catches her eye as well, looks in there. Yeah. Burbage, your turn.
All right.
Can I
Burbage
go over
will-
and slightly shut the door?
Yeah, you absolutely can. You
Just,
go
like,
over and
really, like-
slowly, kind of slowly shut the door.
That
so you
that
can't see
is so sad. That poor child. I think. Like
I don't
just
want to have to
having a
rescue
blind
a
eye.
child right now.
I mean,
God
it's
damn it.
very similar to what Burbage just did with Rosenberg.
Yeah, but it's different. Rosenberg
It is-
isn't a child.
100% true.
Though is tied up.
Though he's tied up and vulnerable, but
And I know he's under the spell, and I don't know. It just feels so like sexually irresponsible. Like, oh,
Yep.
there are children crying and hungry and alone in society. Let's ignore that.
We'll come back to that, I'm sure is what Hikari meant.
We'll
come back to
Nope.
Yeah.
That is not. Don't you put words in Hikari's
Anyway,
mouth.
Burbage, your turn.
Burbage will, while kind of making eye contact with Stormbringer to make sure that, like, yeah, you and me, we're in this together, and you're going to keep following me and kind of protect me, but I'm going to move on ahead. It's going to go up and look into this room where Crouch is.
Okay.
Does this look like? I mean, at this point, it's more of a cursory look because, like, Burbage is starting to wonder if probably Shenik would have taken the master bedroom.
I mean,
But-
you would guess, yeah.
Yeah, but he will look in here and see.
Certainly. Give me a quick perception check as kind of your action here. A 25. You notice the dagger on this creature is Charity's dagger.
I'm taking it.
Okay, you take the dagger in the sheath real quick, and you peel it off him very, very easily.
Does that dagger
and you put that in your packet.
have any powers that would apply to me, or is it something that Charity attuned to that allowed it to like?
Do you want to?
Yeah, I guess
do you
not.
want to wield
I guess,
it, or
I guess it probably if you're not wielding it, then it probably doesn't apply it anyway.
right?
So yeah, like that's fine.
Okay, and I think you do have to attune to it to get all of its effects. But yeah,
fair enough. Cool, and that's all that perception check gave me.
yeah. You look around the room, and you again are sure that this is more of a study and a reading room. So there might be some interesting books or something, but probably not jewelry. No.
All right, yeah, Burbage is not interested. So that was about. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No,
The
go for it.
bedroom with the child, did it look really fancy or anything to me?
No, it looks like a kid's bedroom.
Okay.
Like there would, like some toys and stuff, and
To be fair, I don't think Akari really looked in there very closely.
Not super hard, no.
Her primary interest was to not have to look at a crying child.
Did you say they were crying?
No, that's me.
Sleeping.
That's curled up next to a bed. Curled up on the floor, which is not where a child should be curled up. Especially in a room.
Maybe he's playing.
No, in a room with like a tied up lawnmower. Like there's some weird shit going on in there.
As you're what a lawnmower.
The noise that you were saying.
Noises.
Okay, so now that you hear Tuck's voice, you're pretty sure it was him playing with the kids. Is the first thing you would guess. Anyway, as you're having that conversation, more people are running out on this bottom floor from the doors in the back on the bottom floor.
Oh, fucking
They're
hell.
kind of rushing around and looking around, and they see Tuck and they recognize Tuck, who doesn't seem to be attacking, and then they look at you and who are you? Say who you are. I will shoot you.
Burbage will panic as he's running out of the room, and as he's running up to Hikari, he'll yell out, "Protect Master Shenik!"
Give me a persuasion check. A 10. At this, her eyes sort of narrow, and she puts an arrow in her bow and pulls it back and shoots at you.
Stupid. It worked for Hikari. It's only for me. That's dumb.
All right. Does a 17 hit you?
It sure does.
Okay. As the arrow just glances next to you, it's 5 piercing damage. As it just kind of cuts into your shoulder just a little bit, on your left side.
Hey Andy, you know how many hit points I have now?
No, I don't.
69.
Hell yeah!
Are you? Are you?
Oh my god.
Are you choosing not to take your ability to reduce that damage just for that?
You know what? Yeah, I am. I want 69 hit points. Also, Andy, I'm gonna need that music cue so I can put it in the
Okay. All right, but the other ones, everyone else kind of is trying to find a good position to ascend the stairs and attack you guys, but they're not attacking yet. And Crotch, your turn.
Okay. I guess I'll walk out of the room.
Okay.
And where are there people?
You see them down here now.
Fucking everywhere.
Everywhere. Basically surrounding you.
But Tuck has not moved.
Tuck has not moved and not risen his. He looks conflicted, but not moving yet. Yeah.
And we believe that Shenik is in the room down the hall from Tuck.
That's where everyone went when you said protect Shenik. So
okay,
that's as good a guess as you have. Yeah.
If Shenik is still here, he's likely there. And the door was closed, right?
It was. Yep.
Just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How far away are these guys? They're all down here, and I was in here and I came here.
20 feet.
Right.
20 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
The archer and one of them are 20 feet. The one at the base of the stairs is 25. That one is further. 30.
30.
Yeah. All right. Trusting Adine has got the archer. Crotch is gonna head down the stairs towards the fight.
All right. So it's about 10 feet to get there to where you are. And then 15,
So
20, 25,
20.
30. You could get down here if you want to this square.
Okay.
All right, so you very quickly, bounding 2 steps at a time, rush down, and you're able to attack this one if you'd like.
Alrighty. No advantage.
Technically, they haven't attacked.
You're the DM.
What does the assassin say exactly?
I get advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet.
Oh, okay. They've taken a turn. They've just okay. They didn't attack. All right, but they've
Right.
taken a turn, so it's just a normal attack.
Okay.
16 hits. You just reach over the railing and stab straight down into this guy.
Yeah. Into his shoulder.
Love it.
Or his face. In his face.
Of course, into his face. Yeah, roll some damage. 7 piercing damage. All right.
Nice.
Not quite sneak attack, but
Yep.
very good. And if you wanted to, you could try to slash with your offhand dagger as well.
Am I close enough for that?
Yeah.
I mean, I had to go over the railing.
Yeah, but yeah, you could now duck underneath like the railing in between the little bars and stab at him.
Sweet. Right.
Ooh.
25 hits. Oh yeah, that was nearly a crit. 6 damage. That ends him as he's reeling from the attack, and then you just duck down, stab his face straight through the bars, and he falls to the ground dead.
And then I'm gonna be like, chew on that.
Jeez, oh God. Burbage, your eyes are just lighting up. Crotch is everything you hoped that they were.
God, he's so cool and so feminine. I don't know what's going on.
I'm so conflicted.
Haven't felt this way since I met in the het.
Aideen, your turn.
Aideen is going to sort of look at I think the archer's token looks like it's a woman, but is it a man or a woman?
Yeah, and it is.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Bonus action, she is now my prey. And then I'm going to attack with my longbow. 18.
18 hits.
11 plus 6, 17.
All right. Yeah, she's much tougher. But yeah, that arrow sort of grazes the side of her.
And he's
kind of on the hip.
You said she looks much tougher?
Yeah. She's quicker than the rest of these guys.
Aideen is going to reach in and pull out one of the arrows that has a bead of force.
Okay.
Yeah. And launch that at her.
Okay.
14.
A 14 misses her technically, but lands right next to her.
and 20 feet knockback that way.
Okay. Yeah, so she shoots as you hear this the archer just legs and the bow goes somewhere, and her arms and feet are going everywhere. She slams into this guy here, and they both slam into the wall. So give me...
He gets 3d6, and they're both prone now.
6, yeah.
14 damage.
And this... as she slams into this guy, he hits his head against the wall or the door that's over here really hard. And you just hear this kind of sickening crack as a smear of blood then follows his head down the door. And this one is then just on the ground, prone, basically on top of him.
Know your place.
Jesus. That was awesome. Do you want to move, Aideen, or?
I'm gonna stay here because Burbage and Crotch were both in that room and didn't seem to think there were any other threats, Burbage had just been in there and the situation didn't seem to have changed vis-a-vis Rosenberg being the only one in there and tied up. So she sort of feels like this would allow Stormbringer to also be able to leave Charity in a relatively safe corner, if necessary.
Possibly. Yeah.
And I also control both the main floor and the ground floor from here, so.
Totally. Stormbringer, your turn.
Yeah. Sorry about that, AD. I'm gonna move over to Burbage with still carrying Charity kind of behind my back so he's shielded.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm gonna
Like that?
gesture
Sorry, I
at
keep moving
Burbage
you.
and
I don't know why I keep moving you.
You're fine. I'm gonna gesture at Burbage and Hikari and be like, "Get behind me! Neither of you can get hurt. No one else can get hurt. You just got shot, Burbage."
Yeah, but I got 69 hit points.
I don't fucking know what that means.
Wait, you've never... Okay, let's talk about this later.
You say gibberish.
I think she might have been more confused by the fact that you keep talking about hit points, whatever the fuck those are.
Do you want to ready an action, Stormbringer?
Yeah, I'm readying my axe again to swing at anybody who threatens Hikari or Burbage or Charity if they're in range of me, obviously.
Beautiful. Hikari, your turn. There's this guy down here that looks threatening, and then this character that is blown against the wall but prone.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and actually cast my Shield of Faith.
Oh, okay. Is it the bonus section?
Hit points.
Yeah. To up your AC, I believe?
I think it is.
Yeah, +2 to AC.
AC to 19, yeah. So this kind of shimmering light envelops around Hikari. And I think it's your bonus action, so you can still...
Yep. But more importantly, Aideen wants to know what this does to her hair.
There's just a glint of the gold now in Hikari's hair that shines as this wave of force passes over it.
And then I'm going to just go ahead and... How far can I get down the stairs?
5, 10, 15, 20...
All the way? All the way.
Yeah, you could get all the way to here if you're going here, yeah.
I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to stab at the...
All right. Beautiful.
Sorry, my computer is so slow.
No, you're good. Burbage, you're on deck.
Shit.
Ooh, I'm afraid a 10 doesn't hit as you imbue your weapon with your divine necrotic energy and just slice straight over his head. And his eyes go wide and is staring at this horrifying yet somewhat beautiful creature right above him. Burbage, your turn.
Burbage is going to... he didn't see inside this room.
Okay.